by coaching. I'm streaming.
All right, welcome back to the jungle. You'll be playing SHACO. You always want to put these boxes on the camp that you'll be starting on. And then with these boxes, they're going to fear away from themselves. Deal magic damage. Also take damage. And then as they fear away from where they are, then that sets you up for the SHACO's passive, which is going to be his backstab. When you auto attack or hit the enemy from behind with the abilities, you're going to deal more damage. So auto, moving. You just have to always just slightly move, and you'll be able to get those backstabs. Bang, moving, bang, moving, bang, moving. And then we want to pull the Krugs out here so that... Oh! So that as we finish them, we can just walk to the next camp. At about 200, place that box, and then check it out. The box will just finish them off. Where the box has the HP, the camp will hit it, and then it survives long enough. 6th Sense shows us that that's warded, so we don't have to gank mid from the left side this time. With SHACO's Q, we go camouflage, and then our next auto against the enemy crits, and deals even more damage. It's going to be our main ganking tool. Oh. Do I want to gank? Not really. Galio's too chunked. 2 points in the W. 2 points in the W. Pretty dedicated to the full clear. It's going to give us more damage and a lower cooldown on the W. So with more boxes, naturally, we'll have more clear speed. With SHACO, you want to go for early ganks, but you don't have to do them too early on the first turn. SHACO has one of the fastest full clears in the game as well, so... if that's all you're doing, that's totally fine. And for the runes, we got Hella Blade, Sudden Impact, 6th Sense. Relentless Hunter, and then we got Alacrity and Cut Down. Hella Blades gives us true damage on those extra 3 auto attacks. And if you ever reset your auto attack, you get another charge of the Hella Blades. Very weird change that they did to that recently. Over the wall, W. For our last ability here, the E, you throw the dagger at the enemy, dealing more damage when they're turned around and when they're low on HP. Alright, Scuttle's done. Let's go for a gank. Vel'Koz, looking like an easy target here. Nice. Q, moving. W, auto, auto. Job's done. That guy still dies through the flash. Alright, can I gank bot lane? That's the question here. They're pretty close to the turret, but that wave is bouncing back. Even though Nocturne's camp is coming up, I'll play for this gank first. SHACO contributes to his team by ganking, not by just farming. Q, moving. And W. Alto, Alto, Ignite, Auto, E. That guy's dead. We can push and maybe dive here. Health potion. And here we go. A little bit of Auto, E. Job's done. Well, that was easy. Let's leave. A basic dive like that, most noobs don't even consider it a possibility. Especially when I'm coaching players. I have to just yell and beg them. Kill this guy. Alright, job's done. Pickaxe, boots, longsword to the top side. The pickaxe and longsword giving us more damage when we're building into that Voltaic first. Which, ever since the change to Voltaic, it's been the best lethality item for every assassin. It's just too good. Nocturne takes our Krugs, whatever. Whatever. We'll just go to the next camp here. And we can probably just walk away. Around 400 HP. The box will finish the Raptors. It's one of the strongest parts of SHACO. You can be moving to the next thing way, 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 way faster. I'm not going to invade the Nocturne. I just need my camps, get some XP, and then we can gank again. Three points in the W, and now we'll start to max the E. We put the points in that W in the early game for that clear speed. The Twitch dies. The enemy bot lane needs to crash this wave. We have to go right now before that wave is crashed if we want this gank to happen. Lux playing super aggressive. They don't see me yet. Q over the wall. W. Auto. 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 Okay, thank you. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Job's done. Okie doke. Well, that was easy. Gonna go back to the Gromp now. With SHACO, whenever your E is not on cooldown, you will slow the enemy with your auto attacks. So, We don't use the E, we just auto the Lux and get her as low as possible. As SHACO, when you're going for any gank, you mainly need to focus on your Q, using that stealth to get in there, and then the W as your CC. Ideally, you Q past the enemy, and then you have a lot of distance on them to actually land the WCC. Okey-doke. A little bit of Q over the wall. A little bit of auto E. Look at that damage! Alright, well, let's leave. Job's done. The dragon doesn't really matter, not this early on. Longsword, Brutalizer, Sweeper to the top side. Nocturne with no red buff, so... Rest in peace. You might fall behind on XP temporarily to the enemy as you go for these ganks. And that's fine. As you return to the camps, you get the bonus treats. You also get catch-up XP from the camps whenever the enemy is higher level. So, you don't have to feel like you're always falling behind because you're ganking. You really only fall behind if your ganks don't work. Mr. Set not pushing top. Let's continue to farm. The Brutalizer Longsword, we get a little bit more damage, but we need to complete this Voltaic for it to really matter. We went for those boots for more early power for our ganks. But we need successful ganks to get to our completed item. With the Stealth Q, you only have so much time on it until we get more points in it, which is way later. So, with the boots, we get more distance as we're camouflaged. That's why it really empowers the ganks. Let's go ahead and smite this. Alright, he plays the box, and the camp is dead, and we can just walk to the next gank here. Since there's no camps up, let's go party. Avoid that ward. Bot lane's pushed in. Mid lane is here for the taking. Any day now, Mr. Galio. Sweeper. Any day now, Mr. Galio. Mr. Galio's going bot lane. What a bummer. Nocturne, no ulti gank. I guess this is pretty easy to clean up. Okay. I'm gonna try to finish the Vayne kill here. Few over the wall. A little bit of E. That guy's dead. Auto. That guy's dead. Easy peasy. Alright. Nocturne gank with no ulti. What a guy. You start up this dragon now. Auto ulti. With SHACO's ulti, we spawn the clone. The clone's going to allow us to do the objectives way faster. As the clone tanks, we can get the backstab. Or it can get the backstab. I don't know why the dragon swapped. Oh no. SHACO, get off that thing. Q. SHACO, finish that dragon. Please. Okay, job's done. Thank God that worked out. I'll finish my camps now, even though those Void Grubs are up on the top side. I don't have ulti. I don't have tempo. We spent our time on the dragon. It is what it is. Oh, where is this at? Mid lane. Not bad, honestly. Go ahead and smite this. Job's done. Want to just continue to run this exact same rotation. Let's keep Path in bot side and keep killing this bot lane. Their bot lane is 1 and 8. You know, that's usually my bot lane, but today it's theirs. So, let's keep ganking them. Voltaic Dagger to the top side. Voltaic giving us AD, lethality, ability haste, and then our initial auto against the enemy. Deals current HP damage and gives us bonus lethality. That bonus lethality is going to combo very nicely with the Hella Blades. The Hella Blades giving us extra attack speed for our first 3 autos. And then, with extra lethality on those, naturally, we're going to burst the enemy super hard. I guess I'll do the Void Grubs. Auto ulti. SHACO, tank these guys for me. Whoa! do not have to fully commit to this. A little bit of E, a little bit of W. Alright, good. Where the set is a top laner and a bruiser and all, it is basically impossible to kill him. It takes forever. Forever. So, better to not get involved. Anytime you spend attacking the wrong thing as SHACO or any assassin in the jungle, it just costs you too much time. And once you're down on that time, you haven't played enough chances in the early game to get yourself ahead. Everything sucks. Everything sucks every single time from there. Okey-doke, camps are done. Mr. Vel'Koz is cruising for a bruising here. Sweeper as we enter the river. And now we want to Q from the bush. Not today. Well, he messed his knock-up, so not too bad. Whoa! Into the bot lane? Okay. And we'll Q again. Auto ignite. E. You're dead. Thank you, Galio. Couldn't have done it without you. Well, they killed my bot lane. Their bot lane is full HP. It's better just to stay mid. Let's get some turret plates and then a reset. If we do too much on the map now, it becomes bad. Part of SHACO is getting as much as you can, but then another part is not overstaying your welcome. You overstay on the map and you try for too many kills without a reset, and the enemy kills you once, and then we give away this 450 gold shutdown. And that's where you actually lose. Job's done. Alrighty. Super good start to the early game. Let's see. Berserker Greaves. And I'm kind of thinking Umbral. I really don't love the Collector anymore. To the top side. Berserker Greaves giving us movement speed and attack speed. The idea being is that we're really trying to play for the early game here. That attack speed comboed with Alacrity really increases our clear speed. And then lets us be on the map a whole lot faster. Being on the map more just means you have more impact and everything's better. More ganks in the early game. You're probably going to win more. And if you don't, oh well, because you are not going to win late game. The thing that's fun about SHACO, you can play so aggressive and there's no downside. Joke. My bot lane keeps dying, so gives me a little bit more time to farm. We have our E max, and we'll be maxing the Q now. The E increasing the slow and the damage. The idea, again, whenever we go for these ganks, is to get as many autos as we can before we cast this E. You can practice that by really waiting to throw the E at the end of finishing a camp. Lux, I love you. Q. And E. Get the slow. Ulti. Onto this guy. Just keep hitting him. Well, not today. SHACO, hit him! Where is SHACO going? SHACO wants the Lux! Bro. Well, a little bit too much, but we did get all their summoner spells. I thought this would be easy. The enemy bot lane was super feeding. And now my bot lane's super feeding. This guy has a cloth armor. Exhaust, ulti, flash, ignite. Now, where the enemy bot lane is still in the bot lane, we can just run here and gank again. So long that they don't reset. They do need to make the mistake of hitting the turret, but as we spawn, we get the home guards. You want to continue to run through the lane to maintain those home guards. And then, hopefully get to this guy before he resets. Okay. We know that this bush is warded, so we're going to Q right here. EW. Auto. No, I tried to ignite the vein. Get back here. Get back here, buddy. Get back here. Just a matter of time. Void Grub. Q. E ignite. Amazing. Dubstep ignite. W. Don't walk into these guys. I do have Galio ulti, though. Hold up. Huh? Galio's leaving. E. Q. Run. Run. W in the bush and then turn. W ulti. Hit him. Have SHACO hit him. E. Nice. On to Vel'Koz now. My Q is coming up. Blast Cone. Q. And E. Oh, holy shit, that kills? Bro, Voltaic is broken. I swear it does so much damage. Alright, job is done. That worked out way better than expected. One of SHACO's strength is his disruption, his ability to manipulate the enemy. And they're always going to chase you, and you have all these tricks with the W, the Q, and the ulti, and works out super well right there. Back to the camps now. Ulti's down. We have just about a minute to farm. Dude, don't even stop for that ward. It's never worth. Why would I do anything but hit a camp and then hit a champion? Yeah, on basically every stat website, I think what tricks noobs now is that AP SHACO has one of the highest win rates. But one, a noob isn't going to be able to pilot AP SHACO, and then two, it doesn't give you the super aggressive early game like this. Let my top laner die, probably. Yep, that guy is super dead. Umbral Glaive into LDR now. To the bot side. Umbral Glaive giving us AD lethality, ability haste, true damage on our initial auto against the enemy. When we go stealth, we get another true damage proc. We can proc that with our Q and with our ulti. That comboed with Voltaic gives us a shit ton of initial damage. Q. E. Auto. That guy's dead. Smite this guy, and eventually we probably catch him. Q. Not today. Not today. Ulti. Not today. Aw. But your honor, I ultied. The ulti makes us untargetable. After a small delay. Not today, though. I was thinking maybe I can go Serpents, but nah, that just sucks. Once you get the 2 lethality items, you want to build LDR. The other Last Whisper items aren't as good for SHACO, so we go in this one. Sell that for a longsword, always. Alrighty, now as we enter the mid-game, our goals remain the same, kill the enemy carries, but it becomes harder when it comes to the team fights. As an assassin, you have to wait on the outskirts and wait to go in. If you go in first, you will die, and you won't kill anyone. And if you do kill someone, it's not going to matter, as you eventually get cleaned up, and then so what that you killed the enemy ADC. So the real trick is playing in the fog of war, waiting for the enemy to overstep, or waiting for your allies to engage, and then that's your time to go in. Alrighty, well we died like a chud, so even though my ulti's up, we gotta farm. Do smite this, let's see. Still ahead of in farm compared to the Nocturne, which is pretty surprising. Dude, the Berserker Greaves feel good. Yoke into the mid lane. Flash! Uh-huh. My Twitch really that weak? Thank you. I'm trying to get to this mid lane. So kill the carries, we're aiming at Lux first, but of course. Q. A little bit of E. So much damage. Alto. This set's pretty tanky. Q. A little bit of damage. They're going to chase that Nocturne, but we might as well just push and farm for now. Ooh, Mr. Vel'Koz, my man. Whoa. Whoa. I don't have to use my ulti since we have the boys here. Just make sure to back off a little bit as we're hitting the dragon. Nocturne wants to ulti, that's fine with me. E-smite. Job's done. And for my next trick. The Nocturne wants to blast off the ultis. Where do you think he's going to do that? That's right, where the Twitch is split pushing like a total dumbass. So if I'm there, around my allies, or where the fight's going to happen, then I can be involved. If I'm farming my own camps at this stage of the game, then I'll never be in the right position. You have to move up the map, you have to really play around. or know where things are going to happen. Q. Auto ulti. Hit him, hit him. That guy's dead. SHACO, kill this guy. Good job, SHACO. Nice. We got the Voltaic proc. Easy peasy. Nocturne's dead. He's mad. Okay, skill check onto Vel'Koz here. Right after the cannon. Q. Waiting. Auto, auto, auto. E-ignite. Bye-bye. Vel'Koz pushes the wave and then he'll check this bush. So then as he does that, he mispositions himself because he's simply not on the turret. Then we can clean him up. Alright, job's done. Dude, the read on Nocturne and then an easy kill on Vel'Koz. Am I Faker? Am I him? LDR. A little bit of this. To the top side. Jeez, at this point, they're all dead. We might as well go for the Baron. I don't know when I spent my smite, but I wish I had it. We can so easily do this Baron. We got all hands on deck here. Control ward, auto, ulti. Make sure SHACO's tanking this. And then we can both get the backstabs. Once the SHACO clone gets low, that's when you want to swap. Because we want the SHACO clone for the DPS. Make sure these guys keep hitting. Job's done. Nice. Super, super clean game to just take that Baron and now everyone's going to push. Just like last time, all I have to do is be near my allies. Okay, Q. Fuck. Auto, auto, auto. That guy's dead. Pretty bad sequence right here. Can't see shit. My allies are dying. Fox right here. Q onto the Vayne. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Suppose I die. Suppose I die. What a bummer. The Vayne backed off. I could have just left, but I figured she would move forward with the minion wave, thinking that the fight was over. Oh well. Oh well. The only thing I really lose out on is like time to farm. I would do a full clear and have BF sword instead of pickaxe, but it is what it is. We'll be going for Infinity Edge as our last item. This gives you the most damage in the late game once you complete the LDR. The LDR gave us AD, percentage armor pin, and crit chance. You deal more damage to targets who have bonus HP. Everyone's going to have that amount of bonus HP at this stage of the game. And yeah, with Infinity Edge, we'll eventually get more damage on our crits, and the Q gives us a guaranteed crit. The Q becomes such an important ability as we're in the late game, because we Q in, we hit them, and then we have to Q in again, usually to finish the play. Anyways, we died like a chud. Baron buff is basically spent. Let's get level 16, get the final point in our ulti, and then we'll group up again. Bro, we farm so fast. Okay, it's probably into mid lane. Nice, they win without me. Moving towards the fight. Nice. This guy still has his W. Q. Auto, auto, auto. E. Ulti. Kill this guy, SHACO. Nice stun. Good job, SHACO. SHACO, hit this turret for me. Phew. You know, 28 seconds on the dragon. I guess I'll just reset. Get that BF sword and then fight. I won't even have to fight for it. We can just take it. No such thing as a bad attack, eh? We die topside, the enemy fights mid, they just die. Oh, yeah. Yep. Who? 1,000 damage, that's totally normal. Ouch. Alright. You are normal, Lux. You are normal. Haha. W right here. And now we're still trying to get onto the Vayne. So there's Vayne. Q over the wall. A little bit of auto. That guy's dead. E onto the Vayne. Ulti. That guy's dead. Never mind. Eventually he's dead. Punch. Amazing. I thought my E killed the Vayne, but no, she just Q'd again. And she exhausted me, I see. Well, dude, exhaust is so lame for SHACO. This cloth armor is so lame too, I swear. Ay, ay, ay. Wait till I have that Infinity Edge. The thing is, when I queued over, I auto-attacked the Vel'Koz. The Vel'Koz did die in like 2 hits. But the Q auto is legit the biggest part of my burst. So, where I didn't hit the Vayne, suppose I die. Killing the 2 and 7 Vel'Koz, not good enough. And that will always be something that you have to deal with in your games. You have to identify who is the highest value target and hit them. It is that simple. But there's not much simple about it. To the bot side. We're level 17. We're basically full build. And we want to continue just to fight as much as possible. If the game ever slows down, it will be bad for us. Okay. A little bit of W. A little bit of ulti. Send SHACO in there. Okay. This guy's getting owned. Whoa, Q. Nice, W. Auto. We're fine. The set didn't throw the W at me. Nice. You might be thinking, the Vayne's stupid. She walked right into your clone. You would be so surprised at how people play around SHACO's stuff. They become idiots. It can be high elo, it can be low elo. It really doesn't matter. Alright, job is done. 30 seconds to the Baron. We should just play around this Baron. So I'm going to reset, get the Infinity Edge, and get a bunch of control wards. Infinity Edge again. Lots of AD, crit chance, and the crit damage. Gives us so much damage on our Q. To the top side. Giant's Belt, Chain Vest. I can't wait till, like, they just remove that sort of stuff from ADCs. Why the attack damage carry build in a tank item, honey? Easy enough, Baron, huh? E, smite. That was super easy. We can just push top lane, fellas. My team is not pushing top lane. Sweeper. And that's warded, I see. Well, guess I'll split push. Do not split push in your games, Bob. But right now, nothing's happening. And I'm dead. I'm alive. A little bit of recall. I need my HP. Need my HP and I want to group up with the boys, so only one way to do that. Auto smite. E. The camp is dead. Pretty close to my level up. Joke. Now we can put the W like right here in the lane. That can help. Oh! Q? Question? Am I stupid? Auto E. Auto ulti. That guy's dead. I'm somehow alive. Gotcha. Well, let's push mid lane. Could be up to Lux to ult me. Alright. I feel like I should stay mid. So long that I save my Q, the Lux can't really kill me. Sure, these minions get in. Shit. See, the caster minions are trolling. Buh. 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 Job's done. Q! Alright, we're good. Haha. Not today, Buster. Not today. Ouch. Alright, well, that's about all she wrote for me. Man! I need more. Another BF sword. This game's going a little bit long now. With level 18 and all these items, I'm not getting much stronger. The Voltaic and the Umbral are basically early game items too. The Voltaic keeps scaling in a sense, but the true damage from the Umbral is mostly useful in that early game. 92 true damage. It really hasn't changed. So, as the enemy continues to get items and levels, they get tankier than we can deal with. As it should be. If SHACO's strong in the early game, he should get outscaled, right? So, now, well, before we were spamming attacks because we're strong, and now we can spam attacks because we have nothing to lose, everything to gain. Sweeper. Auto. Q. Auto. E. W. And we're dead. Maybe if I smited the vein. Oh, God. Well, they get the shutdown. The vein with 140 armor and 100 magic resist is taking me out. Is there anything else I can get here? Because she doesn't have, like, important shields. It's just that she has 1,000,000 armor. Ooh, the collector would actually do something, huh? Well, let's wait for that. So even though we die there, the enemy overstays, they push, and now they are like backing up and they're recalling. As I respawn, I get home guards. I can get to the dragon first, set up my boxes, and we have a better chance in the fight. I think the worst mistake you can make as a noob is always holding yourself back and never, ever, ever doing any sort of plays. Just scared to make the wrong move in the late game. Nope. Vayne got a tunneler and a ruby crystal. Good. Galio does a little bit of trolling. Hidok. And we wait. A little bit of box right here. A little bit of moving. I can reposition into their jungle now. Not quite, not quite. Again, my target has to be the Vayne, making it pretty hard here. I think Vayne's gonna Q. Auto, ignite. Hit him. Hit him. That guy's dead. SHACO, get in there. Nice. Oh. I'm going forward, boys. Okay. Q. Auto, E. Okay. Eventually. Job's done. Alright. And the mid lane's just open. Don't mind if I do. The enemy would risk it all. Hey, fellas, the mid lane. Hello. Hello. 17 seconds to win the game. Hello. A little bit of Q. A little bit of auto E. Ignite. Hit it. Buh. Go, go, go. All my fellas. I don't have the wave clear. Hurry up, SHACO. Shit. And here's the Lux. And here's the Lux. Holy shit, I deal damage. SHACO, hit this inhib for me. Oh, that's right, SHACO came and hit the fucking Nexus. Q. Don't worry about it, Garen. We just need one auto. GG. Final score, 19, 6, and 9. Voltaic dealing 2k. Umbral killing 8 wards. Amazing. GG. Click the join button. Peace.